Starbucks is a recognized and popular brand in many countries for not only its coffee, but for the unique experience it offers customers. Starbucks first opened in Seattle's Pike Place Market in 1971 and spread across the United States afterwards. Starbucks opened its first Colombian store in 2014 and now has 62 stores. In this video, we aim to explore the differences between Starbucks in Colombia and in the United States. With collaboration between U.S. students and a Colombia student, we will show the differences in company and store perception, the customer experience, and competition.
I think they offer a variety of drinks, different combinations. I know they got a secret menu, so that's pretty cool too. So I think they have a lot to offer as far as like hot and cold, and coffees, teas, stuff like that.
The prices are definitely a little bit overpriced for our really good payment because it's Starbucks reputation that is still
I think it's pretty chill, laid back, very like business. Like a lot of people come here for meetings, so I think it kind of says like this is the go-to place for like business. I think what the brand is trying to like put out there.
The environment of Starbucks is very relaxing. It gives you a very subtle atmosphere that allows you, draws you in to stay for a couple hours at a time.
I think pretty high, like Dunkin' Donuts,
Jack's Donuts, like different places like that.
I think at the top.
Number one, definitely.
Yeah, people know Starbucks, people know the logo.
Yeah,
It's been around for a while.
I think it's important for them to lower their prices so that people can come more often and drink coffee.
Lower the prices.
Yeah. They need to have college prices and then working people prices.
Yeah. And maybe more room in the lobby area. Sometimes it's a little crowded. Yeah. And I don't want to necessarily sit by people I don't know. So.
Pues claramente los precios de Starbucks no son los más baratos entre la línea de cafés que se pueden encontrar en Bogotá, pero creo que más que el producto, el precio se debe a la experiencia de consumo. Entonces fácilmente tú puedes comprar un café que puede costar 7.000 pesos, 8.000 pesos, pero puedes pasar todo un día en el lugar haciendo un trabajo, por ejemplo. Entonces es esa compensación entre el producto y la experiencia, entonces pues creo que se ajusta. La marca americana es también esa experiencia americana, digamos que muchas personas a veces la critican porque hay muchas marcas que son más colombianas, que supuestamente tienen una mejor relación con los cafeteros, pero pues yo creo que una empresa tan grande como Starbucks debe tener mucha responsabilidad con sus proveedores, entonces como todo, la marca es como la más top, por llamarlo así, para muchos consumidores de café. Referente al mercado, creo que pues en Bogotá es una de las más, pues está entre las mejores. De pronto hay una competencia muy fuerte porque tiene precios mucho más bajos, que sería tostado en este caso, pero creo que son nichos muy diferentes, o sea, ambos son cafés, pero alrededor del negocio se mueven cosas muy diferentes que le dan valor agregado a ambas. Lo que fue más atractivo para mí, yo creo que mucha gente lo ve también por el lado de precios. Lo que ya te mencionaba, los precios pues no son los más baratos del mercado, de hecho creería que son los más altos de las tiendas de café. Entonces, no sé, que bajaran un poco los productos o que de pronto metieran más productos nacionales podría llamar más la atención sobre Starbucks.
So I worked at 2 stores in the Starbucks company. The first being in my hometown of Philadelphia, the second one being here in Bloomington. One of the main differences was a store I worked at in my hometown was actually a drive-through store, and this is a cafe store. So in that store, we would have drinks coming at us from multiple different angles because we'll have the people coming into the store, the front, them ordering drinks. We'll have people in our headphones, our ears, talking to us about what drinks they want. And then we'll have mobile orders printing out printers from another angle. And then you'll have to, there's a lot more of a thought process behind when you actually make the drinks, not only thinking about the ingredients and the making of said drinks, but also where that drink's home is, which was just another factor that added to it being a little bit more busy. Here it's a little bit more laid back in that sense, where all the drinks are going to one location, which is nice. So as far as just the store aspect, I would say that is a huge difference between the stores. The main thing that sets us apart is the standards and the time that Starbucks as a corporation takes to make sure that its employees follow their standards. So having weekly updates, having different training cards, having just a very in-depth process and culture that makes you want to follow that process is something that I noticed and I really appreciate. Also, just their appreciation for us as employees, giving back to us. There's a lot of different perks and things that Starbucks gives that are above and beyond just a simple corporation.
Considero que es la experiencia que simplemente es al cliente. Es muy diferente cuando tú vas a otro lugar, simplemente es como un intercambio de dinero y producto. Que te hagan la conversación, que te hablen, que te aconsejen, que te expliquen todas las bebidas, porque a veces tú llegas y simplemente es como, eso es lo que hay. Entonces aquí es como esa calidez, pero es más la experiencia que le brindamos al cliente, desde que te pusimos en la caja hasta el mensajito en el vaso y cómo se lo entregamos. Sería el precio.
¿El precio?
Tenemos que, o sea, hay que ser realistas. ¿Me entiendes? Y eso no te duele. De hecho, es como, disfruto mi afroamericana, disfruto estar aquí sentado, disfruto primero la conversación. Sí. Entonces, vamos a ver.
Sure. So it's still the same thing that brought me into the company originally, is that even though it's a worldwide corporation and very publicly known and successful, that it really does still base much of its values and its plans and decision making at all levels on the partners, the people that work within the company and within the customer. So it really is a people-driven company, even though it is very obviously well-known and successful. I think one of the biggest differences between local competitors, so smaller coffee shops like Hopscotch and things like that I'm a big fan of, I'm there very often, is just the scale and also the time that you could spend. So people going to Hopscotch or the Poorhouse or things like that expect to be there a little bit longer waiting for beverages or service, whereas for us they expect to be able to walk in and out or be able to stay if they wish. For competitors that are a little bit bigger like Dunkin' Donuts, I think that one of the biggest differences is focusing on craft. So focusing on getting really consistent beverages that are coffee house quality and not just what's the fastest thing we can put in a customer's hands and have them satisfied. Some of the strengths, so definitely the investment that we put into the people that we work for us, or that work for us rather. So some of the benefits that people just don't realize. So things like reimbursed college tuition for bachelor's degree through Arizona State, pretty competitive pay package, ability to be off when you need. I know that I personally have experienced either for myself or for my employees, like huge flexibility in getting partners balance between their work and their life. Some of the kind of negatives that come along with Starbucks from a store manager perspective is that sometimes decision making is at a very high level and things are rolled out in excitement rather than in preparation. So sometimes we'll have a new item that we're not quite prepared for or that we just couldn't predict the success or failure of. So it's kind of hard to mitigate that difference between what a customer expects and what our corporate level expects.
Total, simplemente digo, al principio está el que quiere estar en experiencia del cliente muy diferente. La persona frente, entonces ese punto especial que es la experiencia que tenemos con el cliente. El punto diferencial es la experiencia que le brinda el cliente. Entonces no sabría decirte si es por precio, si es por el lugar donde esté ubicada la tienda.
One of the goals that our team pursued was understanding the type of strategy Starbucks uses to appealing to global customers. Possible strategies from this course include ethnocentric, polycentric, regiocentric, and geocentric. In order to determine which strategy Starbucks is utilizing, our teams looked at similarities and differences including menu options, atmosphere appeal, and service within Starbucks locations in the United States and Colombia. We determined that when it comes to atmosphere and service, Starbucks remains fairly ethnocentric, since they don't adapt to different markets in these aspects. However, when it comes to things such as menu options and perceived value, Starbucks has a polycentric approach, as the products vary in Colombia and they have a larger coffee competitor such as Juan Valdez Cafe. We have concluded that Starbucks thinks global but acts relatively local.
In terms of overall marketing for Starbucks, there are similarities in the strategies between Starbucks stores in both the US and in Colombia. One major similarity is the fact that both use online ordering and payments through a mobile app. With the increasing usage of technology, it is very important that Starbucks in the US and Colombia are able to utilize technology to their advantage. In addition, Starbucks stresses the importance of the customer experience, and by marketing itself as a friendly and relaxed environment, both countries are able to attract a strong customer base. Lastly, customer loyalty is something Starbucks prides itself on, and with that being said, both the US and Colombian stores offer customer loyalty cards that provide benefits to frequent purchasers. Overall, it is clear that Starbucks in both Colombia and the US have similar marketing strategies.
In order to further understand potential differences in Starbucks, our team aimed to understand cultural differences between the United States and Colombia. Using GlobeSmart, our team compared overall differences on various metrics. As we list the metrics, please keep in mind that the United States leans towards the first metric, while Colombia leans further towards the second. The metrics are as follows: independent versus interdependent, egalitarianism versus status, risk versus certainty, direct versus indirect, and task versus relationship. The largest differences are between independent and interdependent. People in Colombia are more interdependent than people in the United States. This means that they may conform to social norms more than people in the US. Because of this, Colombians prefer input from others, take more time in decision-making, and have more appreciation of protocol. Another large difference was people in Colombia are more relationship-focused. This means they are more likely to spend time building and maintaining strong relationships and place less emphasis on efficiency and timeliness than people in the United States. GlobeSmart assisted in our team's understanding of cultural differences relating to business procedures, specifically within Starbucks.
Throughout these interviews and analyses, we have learned a lot about the differences in perception and expectations in both locations. We took time to understand the basic cultural differences between the US and Colombia by analyzing GlobeSmart profiles. We utilized customer, employee, and manager interviews to understand each of their perceptions of the company and compared these results to concepts we talked about in class. Overall, Starbucks makes an effort to adapt to certain aspects, such as the food and drink it offers, but remains consistent in prices, marketing goals, and atmosphere to ensure a strong and consistent brand worldwide.